Season 16 introduced a ton of changes, and chances are you've missed some crucial updates that heavily impacted the support role. Don't worry though, I've got you covered. I'll walk you through everything important that you need to know for the new season. First major change involves the support quest item. Golden experience for minion kills from the support quest item is reduced by 25% outside of bot lane until level 3. Players have been talking about how support got nerfed because of this new change, but to be honest, you should have never roamed pre-level 3 even before, but now you really don't want to. Pantheon is top. Wait, this guy's a noob! He's level 2 and he's roaming. You might think it's not a big deal that your support item loses 25% of points, but it actually does a lot now because the final tier of the support item went from 5 gold per 10 seconds to 9 gold per 10 seconds. Finishing your support item as soon as possible didn't matter too much last season because the gold per 10 was the same from Runic Compass to the final support item, but now it matters a lot. You can create a pretty significant lead if you optimize stacking World Atlas. The best way to do that is to constantly have a stack charging and to use most of your stacks on hitting enemy champions. A quick reminder, you get 15 gold from killing minions and 22 or 20 from damaging enemy champions. While we do want to hit enemy champions most of the time, there are definitely going to be moments where we should be using our stacks to shove in a wave. There's surprisingly a lot of depth to stacking the support item, so make sure you aren't mindlessly last hitting minions for no reason, and think about how you can speedrun to Bounty of Worlds. The next important change are the minions. They had a lot of tweaks, but the easiest place where you can knowledge check your enemy is the EXP and cannon wave change. The way you hit level 2 is still the same. It's the 3 melee minions on the second wave, but the timing for when you hit level 3 has changed. You now get level 3 on the 4th wave with the first 2 melee minions. A lot of people don't realize this yet, so you can easily win lane by knowledge checking them. It's really easy to remember as well because it's the wave after the cannon, which is wave 4. Now moving on to the systematic changes, let's take a look at Homeguards. Homeguards had a lot of changes which are extremely crucial to know because you will be able to move around the map significantly faster than someone who doesn't. Homeguard no longer has a duration and it will now be removed after reaching the endpoint, entering combat, or entering the jungle. When you're coming out of base, you always want to walk through a lane to maximize Homeguard. To optimize roaming, you most likely want to dip into the jungle when you're further out and want to flank from a side. You can see the indicators of when Homeguard will drop off with these blue lines. Use this to maximize your movement across the map. The Homeguard mechanic changes after 14 minutes or after at least one turret on either team has been destroyed in a given lane. Post 14 minutes, Homeguard will track the furthest minion in the lane, ending approximately 2,000 units before reaching the minion wave. This means that you can travel a lot faster and farther depending on how far out your minion wave is. Use this to maximize your movement across the map. The final change are Fae Lights. This is the new mechanic of the season where there are regions on the map that give bonus vision depending on which specific area. There are 4 locations that you should memorize. One is at the river entrance bushes, the banana bushes, the side lane bush, this only appears only after the elemental rift changes, and the bush near the gates. There's a lot of skill expression in using Faelights. Knowing when to ward which Faelight depends on the game state and will change every game. You will have a very big advantage and will be able to set up your team if you memorize the different spots and know the specific area of visions that each of them give. While each Faelight does give a lot of vision, you shouldn't place them down just because you have the opportunity to. I think a lot of players autopilot ward them, even when it's not good to do so because they see the shiny circle and get dopamine from placing a ward. Knowing when you should ward a Faelight will depend on a variety of factors. Who is strong on your team that can get prio? Who is strong on the enemy team that could potentially flank after they get prio? When do you want to play aggressively or defensively? Thinking about where you want to give vision is very dynamic, and the last thing you want to do is to autopilot your vision. Don't fall into the trap of perma-warding Faelights just because you can. That's all the major changes you need to know for Season 16 as support. You can easily take advantage of your enemies if you knowledge check them on any of these.